we're going to go over some guidelines for closing down the KRA. Since this is the first time the chartered non-publics have had the opportunity to participate in the KRA, we just want to make sure you feel comfortable with everything that needs to happen in the next couple of days. One thing that's important to do is confirm that all of the student KRA data has been entered in the KReady system. You can do that a few different ways. One of the ways is to actually look at a data collection completion report. So if you are a data manager, you can check on that for your teachers and your students. And I'll show you that report in a few minutes. Data managers and administrators can run reports to see whether or not all of the students have scores entered for all of the assessment items. And then if you see that any items are missing, you might communicate with the teacher and provide any kind of support that might be needed to make sure that the data is entered. And we want the data entered by November 1 at 11:59 p.m. So that's this Thursday. It's also recommended that data managers load the student file using the bulk loader one more time between now and the end of the administration window. This is really only necessary if you've had any changes in enrollment or class rosters, or you've received new students. And you would do that specifically if you have new students that have been added to your school and you need to assign those students to the teachers. When you do that, that actually initiates a transfer request. So if you had a student that came from another school that was participating in the KRA, that student might be in the system and have some scores attached already. So you would want to make sure that you load that student so that you then have access to that student's scores. If you have a student who was originally enrolled in your school but may have left, you want to make sure that you approve any transfer requests from other schools or districts. We don't delete students from the system. Everything's kind of cleaned up through the transfer or making a student inactive. You can make students inactive if they've left your school. That will keep those students from appearing on any of your score reports. And you can make them inactive by just making sure that there are no teachers assigned to the student. And if you have any questions on how to do that, the help desk is really good at troubleshooting and showing you resources and walking you through how to make any of those changes that you need to do. The system, as we mentioned, closes on November 1 at 11:59 p.m. and that's for teachers. However, data managers will have until November 6th at 11:59 p.m. to clean up any transfer requests. So no student data can be entered as far as the KRA scores, but data managers will be able to clean up any student level data about the student until November 6th.